Okay, guys, this is not a drill. If you are listening to this, one of two things have happened. I've either been mauled by a set of aggressive koala bears and unfortunately died because of it, and this is me announcing who my belongings are going to, or I have good MLB news. Luckily, I have good MLB news, so here we go. There has been an announcement that basically has told us that MLB the Show will be expanding to other major platforms such as Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and hopefully PC and things of that sort. I don't know why I said things of that sort. There aren't many other things. Xbox is the one that really matters. Nintendo Switch is also pretty neat. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this because this has been something that I've been thinking about for years. Ever since the thought of eSports came to my head while playing this video game, I've always thought about the benefits that would lie with this game expanding to other gaming platforms. And this can be beneficial to many people in many different ways for many different reasons. And today I want to go over those with you guys and kind of vent and get off my mind why I'm happy about this and why it's such a good thing. All right. So first things first, let's dive into it. Let me show you the details of this statement so you guys kind of are filled into what's going on. Here we go. This is a statement on MLB.com, on the actual MLB site, and it states MLB, MLBPA, and Sony extend video game partnership. Major League Baseball, the Major League Baseball Players Association, Sony Interactive Entertainment, and San Diego Studio jointly announced today that they have entered into multi-year extensions to continue development and distribution of MLB the Show, the award-winning officially licensed video game. I'll show you guys these pictures after. In addition, the historic expansion of the long-standing partnerships will bring MLB the Show for the first time ever. As you guys know, it has only been on PlayStation, to additional console platforms beyond PlayStation platforms as early as 2021. So it is a little bit away, but obviously this is great news. I mean, you weren't expecting this really to be announced ever, so that's huge, and that gives them enough time to get it right because you know there's still some gameplay issues and they've got to figure out a whole different type of surfacing when it comes to other platforms, so it's understandable. 2021 is actually pretty soon considering all the stuff that they're potentially going to have to deal with. Complete details will be announced at a later date. Okay. So San Diego Studio has been creating officially licensed baseball video games enjoyed by millions of fans for more than 20 years. With MLB The Show 20, which will feature Chicago Cubs star Javier Baez as its cover athlete, the studio will be commemorating the 15th anniversary of MLB The Show's franchise next year through a variety of unique promotions and new gameplay features. So that's pretty exciting to hear. I mean, I wasn't really aware that there was going to be a ton of unique promotions and new gameplay features. This is the only thing I was aware of is that Javier Baez obviously would be the cover athlete. So this is neat news as well. But for those of you that didn't understand, San Diego Studio is Sony, and Sony's partnered with PlayStation, and that is why PlayStation has always had the rights to MLB The Show. That is why that game has never gone on to Xbox or anything like that, because it was solely a partnership with PlayStation. MLB The Show is officially licensed by MLB and MLBPA. Follow MLB The Show, yada, 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 yada. So as you can see with this statement, it was announced on Twitter from MLB Communications, MLB PR, and basically it left a little bit unsaid. Obviously, they don't say specifically Xbox, they don't say Nintendo, they don't say any of that stuff. So it's kind of there's room for speculation, obviously, but you eventually see that Xbox quote tweets it saying no more away games, implying that they are somehow involved in it, and same with Nintendo, which obviously is Switch, Wii, and all that. So this to me is really awesome because these guys are, obviously it's not confirmed yet, but they're at least showing that there is interest, that all these parties are interested into joining this common market. And now I just want to go over with you guys why it is so beneficial for the community. And basically, the community resembles everybody. It resembles every single one of you guys watching. It represents everybody on Reddit, everybody on Twitter, everybody who's a fan of MLB The Show and plays it and cares enough about it to stay related when it comes to sports and all that. I mean, when it comes to the news and stuff like that surrounding the game. I consider you all active community members, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that you guys are on Twitter or Reddit every day typing, but what I'm saying is that all of you guys have a mutual interest for this game, and because of that, we form a community. Now, I'm going to go over why it is beneficial to me and people in my realm of the community that are creating content and also top players. Now, my main concern when it came to esports and all this stuff, a lot of people would ask me how I view the future of esports, and I would always have that same stance on it. You see games like FIFA, NBA 2K, Madden. These games are the primary games for esports amongst sports games. And the reason why I feel that their development was so much quicker and at such a more rapid pace than MLB is simply for the fact that all of those games are on multi-platforms. You know, you go on Twitch, you got guys streaming on Xbox, you got guys streaming on PlayStation. And even if they're not streaming on that, they have PlayStation players and Twitch players that are, PlayStation. Even if they're not streaming, they have PlayStation players and they have Xbox players that are both mutually interested in the subject, which is 2K or Madden or FIFA, and they will go to YouTube or to Twitch in order to view this content. And what this does is it produces an audience for these tournaments where people want to watch. Now, I know that's just speaking figuratively because I don't play Madden and I don't usually watch a lot of content on Madden, but I will still view the tournaments. So there are people that will make exceptions, obviously. I just love the idea of competition. Plus, a couple of my friends like Kiv and Stevie and those guys, they play in it, so it's fun to watch. But besides that, if I view it that if somebody's not playing the game, MLB The Show specifically, they're more than likely not going to be on Twitch, not going to be on YouTube watching this stuff, which doesn't really show that there's a huge audience when it comes to a potential esport for MLB. With this now we have the whole group of people that have been missing out on Xbox, on Nintendo, whatever it is that it may be. We have this whole group of people that aren't interested in an MLB game because they don't have an MLB game. They don't have a realistic baseball game that they can play or become interested in. Therefore, they're not going to become addicted to watching it or playing it and having that craving for that content. So they're not going to dwell to Twitch or to YouTube in order to watch this stuff. Now you give these guys a little bit of taste of this MLB and they may go crazy for it. And these new players, they get on the game. They're playing. They're wondering how to get good. Even the simple basics of navigating the menu, building a team. This is all new to these guys. You know, we've been doing it for years. These guys don't know what's going on. You know, it's like they're new to this. They're newborns when it comes to MLB The Show. So because of that benefits me and other content creators because our audience is obviously going to increase. I mean, if nothing else happens, at least the content and the community will grow. The whole audience of MLB The Show will grow. It's inevitable. I mean, I can name 5 of my friends that have Xboxes, that don't have PlayStation, that played baseball growing up, that love baseball, but they're not going to buy a PlayStation specifically to play MLB The Show because they don't know MLB The Show. They don't know what it's like to play it, so they're not going to go out of their way to buy a console just to play that game. A person like whoever's watching or me, we know how fun the game can be, so we would potentially buy a specific console in order to just play MLB The Show because we're freaks. But they don't have that addiction yet. They don't have that feeling. This may be what does it. This may be the door opening to a huge thing for MLB The Show. Another thing, you got these leaderboards, and you see the same guys every year. You know, it's pretty much the same guys every year. You know who's going to be up there. You know who the best guys in the world are. But, and this is coming from a guy who's considered top 3 in the world. You know, so this is, I'm being the opposite of biased right now. You can't say you're the best 3 in the world if you don't know how good others are. There are some freaks on Xbox playing all different types of video games. 2K, Madden, COD, Fortnite. People with just good hand-eye coordination. You never know. They hop on MLB the Show. You may see the next pitching rebel, the next me, the next whoever. You may see that because you got guys that may not know how good they are at this game until they try it, you know? So there's always that. And those guys could potentially create content and give you guys even more of an audience, more of a kind of a field to seek information from. I can't think of any negatives that come out of this situation. This could open doors to things like Madden, where they do the pro clubs where you represent different teams. I mean, I think of stuff like that. There's so many things I think of. I think of LAN tournaments where people meet up at a spot and play a tournament together. I think about all these things that I see on Twitch when it comes to all of these esports tournaments, and I've always gotten jealous because it's like, man, why did I have to become so good at the one game that's left out of all this goodness? Like, all of these guys are having so much fun. And baseball is such a world-loved sport. You got guys in Japan. You got guys in Korea. Everywhere. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. You don't see that with NBA too much. You don't see that with Madden too much. MLB is huge everywhere. I mean, this is just opening the door for it to grow so just so huge. And I hope that you guys see it, and I hope you guys are really excited about it. If there's any people in this watching this video or that are average or regular viewers of mine, let me know if you guys play Xbox. I'm genuinely concerned if there's some of you out there that watch this just because you're interested in video games and baseball mutually, but don't actually play MLB the Show. I'm curious if there's some of you guys like that, because if I were to guess, I would say there isn't very many, if there's any at all. I notice that a lot of you guys that are in my comments are asking about the game because you want to improve your own team or improve your own skill, and that's understandable. That's why I watch people. That's why I would watch Tfue and those guys when I was really into Fortnite. You want to learn from the person you're watching. Either that or you want to be entertained. I try to do my best to entertain you guys and teach you guys stuff. Hopefully I've been doing a good job with the way you guys have been supporting me. I assume I have been. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on it because it's been something that I've been so excited about. And when I seen this news, I literally was smiling for over an hour on my way home from work because I was just like, this is something that I've thought about happening for a long time. It just didn't seem realistic because you got these business partnerships that they don't break easily, you know? Like, it was hard to ever imagine a time when MLB The Show would be partnering with these other platforms. And it just shows you that they really do have intentions on growing this as big as possible. They do have intentions on esports, especially after releasing the ESL tournament. I mean, everything for MLB The Show is looking up right now. And you guys know me and how passionate I am about the game. That, to me, makes me a very happy person. So let me know in the comments below if you guys like this, if you guys think this is a good idea. Obviously, I can't see a way why you wouldn't think it, but I'm open to all perspectives, so I would definitely like you guys to let me know if there's some concerns you have about it. I also want you guys to leave any questions you have for me regarding the situation, and I'll be sure to answer you guys as much as I can because I'm really excited to talk about this. I'm really excited to discuss this with you guys because this could be something really big for all of us. And I mean all of us. Alright? I will catch you guys soon. I got more videos coming out. This was something unique. I've never really done one like this with me just talking about something, but I would like to do this more often because there are a lot of topics that will be coming out that I would like to talk to you guys about. So with that being said, this is it for now, but I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.